G'day, and welcome to Forkman and the Champ podcast number 23. They call me Forkman. With me, as always, is my trusty, dandy co-host. They call him
The Champ. How are you, Forkman?
Not too bad, Champ. How'd your week been, or how have you been since last podcast?
Yeah, I've been since the Thursday. Yeah, I've been all right. Did a bit of trivia on the Friday on Zoom.
Nice.
Had a real nice weekend. Blues got up, which was always nice. Jackie Nunes.
Yeah, I've been happy about the Blues. Go the Blues.
Pretty good, mate. But yeah, had a real nice couple of days over there on the weekend. Real kind of relaxing Saturday. Watched a bit of Netflix. Yeah, it was pretty good. How about yourself?
I mean, not too bad. I've been up to got approved for a house.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
When's the housewarming? After all this is done? Gonna have a wager of a housewarmer?
Yep, we are gonna do that.
Yeah, nice.
And then once we do that, we'll have a big party once all this is done. A bit of a housewarming.
Hey, mate, you don't want to lose your bond first week in, though, do you?
No. Could you imagine that party the first weekend, like house get trapped?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll be there. I can supervise if you want. I won't drink. I'll supervise.
Yeah, you'll be the supervisor.
Yeah. But yeah.
But problem is, it'll have to be in the house, not in the backyard, because we don't really have a backyard. Get a bungalow out the back, and someone's living in a bungalow.
Oh yeah.
But anyway. Anyway, we do have a big show, and we do got to get to it because the Champ has some other important dates after this. He had another. Apparently, he's going to be doing a podcast with his grandma.
A podcast with my grandma, yeah. No, I've got to drop off some food for her.
Oh, bummer. Come on, you could have played along with me and be like, yeah, I'm doing the grandma.
No, I don't want to get the people too excited.
They may get excited.
For Nana and the Champ.
Nana and the Champ.
Nana and the Champ. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll see what we'll go. That could be good. It might be a bit shit, to be honest. But
yeah, what are your Nana into? Like Slim Dusty and stuff?
Slim Dusty, 10-pin bowling. She's a big fan of.
Yeah.
Snooker. No, I don't know what she's into. Welsh stuff. She's Welsh, so she loves Welsh stuff. Watching, general Nana stuff.
Yeah, general nanny stuff.
Like op shops and all that kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know my Nana as well as I thought. What kind of grandson am I? Why are you throwing this at me?
Okay, homework for the next podcast. I want you to ask your Nana some questions when you see her.
Is that me or is that the viewer?
You did a you Champ.
Okay.
I want you to ask your Nana 5 things she enjoys.
Yeah, all right. No, she enjoys swimming and she enjoys op shops and going to the market and stuff like that. I know this stuff. You just put me on the spot. Anyway, let's move right along.
Let's move right along. So, hey, Champ.
Bridge.
Champ.
She loves playing bridge.
No. So, Champ, I'm 30. You're in your mid-20s, late 20s.
I'm 42.
No, you're not 42. You're in your late 20s.
I'm in my mid-20s. I'm 25.
Yeah. Okay, you're not 30. You're not. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. You're in your mid-20s.
That is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're halfway there.
Oh, I'm living on a prayer.
Yeah. So you're in your mid-20s.
Yeah.
I that turned 30 not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But do you remember your childhood, like TV shows from your childhood? Any that come to mind that you're like, well, that TV show makes no sense to you now, but in the day it used to be like, how cool is that?
Yeah, I used to love Bounty Hamster. Do you remember Bounty Hamsters on the ABC?
I can't say I've ever seen that one.
Yeah. Bounty Hamster on the ABC was one of my favourite ones. It was about a hamster who was also a bounty hunter, very surprisingly. Roller Coaster was pretty good. In fact, I stole the end part of my catchphrase from Roller Coaster when the main host says, "Bye for now, not forever." I nicked half of it.
Oh no, don't worry. We won't tell them if you don't.
Yeah. But I also what other ones did I love? Yeah, I think Bounty Hamster was definitely my favorite one, but because I can't remember what it is. Oh, Go Go Stop, mate! I used to fiend for it.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
stop.
Go Go Stop. And one time, there'd be one little shithead kid who would just step on and he'd get one question right and just go the whole way through. And
Yeah.
I hate it when the kids who actually knew the answers just got hit with a stop straight up, mate.
Yeah, poor kids.
Cutting.
Do you remember the wild Thornberrys?
Smashing. That's my impression of Nigel Thornberry. It's not bad, is it?
I reckon with the wild Thornberry is basically a rip up of Dr. Dolittle.
She could speak to animals, couldn't she?
Yeah.
And there was that kid who ran around in his jocks the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, that kid was actually based on me. That's what I did when I was a kid, just ran around in my jocks. I still do it now.
Wait, what color hair did that kid have? That kid did have the same color hair of you, I'm sure.
I think so. I think he had brown-ish. Maybe.
He would base on you, definitely.
What color hair do I have?
You have orangey hair.
Orangey hair. I'm just interested because people give me different opinions.
Okay. Do you remember Captain Planet and the Planet T?
No, I think that was before my time. People talk about it, but I think it was a bit before my time.
Okay, yeah. Captain Planet were about saving the planet.
But yeah, the Wild Thornberrys. Remember they did the big crossover movie with the Rugrats.
Yeah, I remember that. But I would always think about the Captain Planet and the Planet Teeth. They were all in America, not in Australia. I reckon they should have done an Aussie version to like the people in there, like you have the bogan, then you have the rich kid, then you have the housewife and the two more a poor person.
You have to have a surfer dude,
and then you have a surfer dude. Yeah,
cowabunga, man. That's catch some waves.
Yeah.
I think they're my big ones. Obviously, there's just the more standard ones like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Humphrey. What about Humphrey B. Bear? That bear that wore no pants.
Oh yeah, Humphrey Bear was all right. I mean, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Forkman, but you, as a child, this is what I heard. It was a rumor that I heard. Were more of a Hooly Doolies fan than the Wiggles. You used to hate the Wiggles and only listen to the Hooly Doolies.
That is not
correct.
That's
what I heard. I also heard you would deny it when accused.
That is not correct. I'm a big Wiggles fan. On my Greg page.
Oh yeah.
I still have a photo of him on my wall.
Is that why you're dressed as the yellow Wiggle right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have a photo of Greg behind my broadcasting computer. So every time I'm on the radio, I see Greg and I get my Greg paid vibes.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna go. The podcast intro are gonna be something like this, but I've done a copywritten, so I can't do it.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So I'll take your word on it then. Maybe that rumor I heard was a malicious falsehood.
Now, did you have anything you were afraid of when you were younger?
Me?
Yeah.
Like,
were you afraid of the dark?
No, not really. I think the thing I was really scared of as a kid was growing up and being alone was what I was scared of. Even when I was 8 or 9, which is a weird thing to be scared of. But yeah, that was the thing that I would think about. Maybe not 8 or 9, but maybe like 10, 11, 12 would be that. That would be the big one. But that's a bit of a mood killer. What about you? What were you afraid of? Oh, and wetting the bed at a friend's house. I was a big bedwetter up until I was 13. So
I was always afraid of ghosts.
Oh, because your house was haunted though, wasn't it?
No, my house was not haunted, but a house that I lived in as a kid, I swear that there must have been a murder or something in it years ago, because sometimes I was in my room and it would get cold all of a sudden and I feel like there was someone else in there, but there was no one out in there. I was the only person in that room at that time.
Mm.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten that feeling like there's someone watching you?
No, not really. Oh, sometimes I do, but no, not really. Not like that. Not like it gets cold.
Spiders?
Spiders, yeah.
I'm afraid. I was afraid of spiders.
Mm.
I was like, spiders can go hide.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Spiders, snakes. No, I wasn't really scared of those things just because I lived in the inner city, so there's never really me. I mean, there was redbacks under rocks and stuff. I didn't have to be scared about spiders and snakes that much.
Actually, there was one more thing I was afraid of. I was afraid of losing
Oh yeah,
as a kid because
like losing games or losing your mind or losing your identity or like existential loss or
that losing in like losing.
oh yeah.
And yeah, that's leading in like maybe right along from that. I reckon now, Champo.
Yeah.
Hey, get what? So we're gonna move something up quickly, just because we don't want to keep him waiting in the dark all day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what it's like when you're waiting in the dark, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of scary.
I'd like to be dancing in the dark. Is that song?
Yeah, it's a bit like dancing in the dark.
Without the spark. You can't start the fire without the spark, and here's time for the spark.
No, you cannot do that. No. Did you ever start a fire with a spark?
Me? Maybe
Yeah.
I've started a fire with a spark before. Definitely.
Welcome, Simo.
G'day, Simo. Where's he go?
Simo.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. And we agreed last week we're giving Simo a weekly segment on the show, and well, the segment he decided is actually kind of interesting. I love this. I'm sure the champ are gonna love it. I'm gonna play the intro, and we're gonna give it all away.
I love the intro as well.
It's time for Simo's gardening tip.
That is pretty good. You really outdone yourself.
It's time for Simo's gardening tips. Simo. What kind of gardening tip are you giving out this week?
Roses.
Roses, awesome. I like roses. I'm sure Duchamp does too.
I've got a few rose bushes that need a bit of TLC in my backyard at the moment, actually. So I'm pretty interested to hear this.
Same here. So, what are your gardening tips to do with roses this week, Simo?
When you trim them back, don't cut them right back because they will die.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you keep them enough length, like enough when you cut it back, so when it regrows, it doesn't go good shape.
Okay, so how much should I do the length? Should I like cut it right down or? Simo?
Yeah, I think it's showing. So it's
it's
about an inch and a half is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, they're about an inch and a half. So I cut up an inch and a half.
Yeah.
Awesome. Continue.
And when in winter, well, now it's winter, you spray them with sulfate to help stop the bugs from eating the branches, obviously.
I like eating branches, don't you?
Yeah, lots of fiber and branches. Very good for you.
Prickly.
Oh, prickles, especially when it comes out the other end.
Mm. But that's all right, mate. Just put a bit of tomato sauce on them, mate. They go down fine.
It's a bit like chili.
Yeah.
Continue on, saying you may say. What else should we be looking for with our roses?
Or insects.
Insects? Okay.
Yeah, because they can grow on the stem of. It's like called tree bugs or rose bugs. I can't remember which one it was.
So when will we know when our roses are ready to? take care of, tender loving care.
Well,
What is it?
obviously, it depends how long they and how far out they've grown.
Okay, so like, you know how every year at Melbourne Cup time, roses blossom. How do we know when they are ready to blossom and ready to
Obviously,
shine?
you'll see them start to shoot new flowers. New flowers.
Do we have to take anything off when it comes out, or
I just the dead bits that grow around it.
only the dead bits to come around it? Okay. Champ, do you have any questions?
No, I think it covered about all of it. I'm looking forward to maybe tomorrow getting up early, doing all my weeding and giving those rose bushes at the back a bit of a trim. I'll send you a photo to put up on the socials if you want, Forkman. And
Awesome. Yeah.
for the new segment. But yeah, no, I think you covered it all pretty well, Simo.
Simo, one more question. Watering. Do roses like water?
Well, it rains, so they must like water.
Good point. How much? So say if I'm watering my own roses if I haven't had any rain. How much should I water it? Should I drown the thing or?
Or enough until the soil's wet to go into the roots. Obviously, and it's the same when you put new rose bushes in the ground. You have to water them after you plant them. Otherwise, they just die.
Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome. Cool. Thank you, Simo, for this week's gardening tip. We look forward to hearing next week. We look forward to hearing next week's gardening tip, whatever it's going to be. Do you have anything else? Do you have any requests? What you want to learn?
Yeah, I'll take a bit of a stock of my backyard, because if you can give me more tips on how to specifically make my backyard better, that'd be pretty good. I'll have a look at what other plants I need advice on, because the rose bushes will do me good.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Simo.
Thanks, Simo.
Nice.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Awesome. That being Simo's gardening tips. Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment. I had another.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Simo's gardening. Now, I don't think we can go around throwing Champ's ice cream reviews. I think all segments are pretty good now.
I had another email from our friend Betty.
Oh, yeah?
She goes, thank you for the shout-out last episode, Champ.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
I really loved hearing my name, but I had a fight in the supermarket the other day because there was one tub of ice cream left in. What do you do if there's no ice cream left in the shop?
What I would do is I would probably go to another shop, or I would offer to cut the ice cream in half with them. Like that old story, that old story when they cut it in half and then one person says it's with a baby and they cut the baby in half. They say, we'll cut this baby in half and whoever, you can have half each. And then somebody's like, no, don't do that. And it's like, it's because I love the baby more and they get to keep the baby.
No cutting babies in half.
Not cutting babies in half, but use the old wisdom of King Solomon on the ice cream is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, we'll do that.
They're talking ice cream with the champ. Wonder what ice cream he has this week. But it's a vanilla one or maybe a chocolate one, but it's strawberry with spring put on top. Wonder what ice cream the champ has this week. Will it be 10 out of 10 or will it be 0? Wonder what ice cream the champ has this week. Yeah, what ice cream did the champ have this week?
Now, did ice cream? I would have to say, would have to do really, really well to beat the last ice cream.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think there's a bit of a childhood theme for this podcast, was there not, Forkman?
Yes, there was.
So I'm going to be reviewing an ice cream from my childhood. So it might be a bit hazy because I haven't had this ice cream in probably 10 plus years. But let's just barrel right in there. And I'm going to be reviewing Buffalo Bill.
I remember Buffalo Bill. That was the one with the bubble gum.
Yeah, it's the one with the bubble gum. And as you know, I always say is The exact thing you want with bubble gum is for it to be frozen rock solid in the middle of an ice cream. Listen, Buffalo Bill, Jesus, get some good nostalgia points. The chocolate backing was quite good. I think the ice cream was, the consistency of the ice cream wasn't, I think we're spoiled for choice now in terms of the premium ice creams that are really kind of appearing thick and fast. Back then, I don't think you had as much depth in ice cream. I felt like the consistency of the ice cream was kind of not as creamy. It kind of almost had a slimier like characteristic to it, which was fine as a kid. But you know, if you put it up against like your connoisseurs or your Ben and Jerry's or everything else, it's kind of almost fluffy at points sometimes. Not quite fluffy, but you kind of get what I'm getting at. The chocolate backing was nice. Yeah, the ice cream was good. It looked kind of funny. It looked like a bit like a man in a hat. Bubblegum was frozen. Nostalgia was good as a kid. You loved it. So I'm probably going to give it 7 ice creams out of 10 for Buffalo Bill.
Well done, Buffalo Bill.
Not bad rating.
That's bad rating.
What you got to do is you take the bubble gum out and you microwave it and you just put it back in, so you got a nice, a bit of bubble gum that doesn't break your jaw, bite it into it and shatter your teeth.
Yeah, bubble gum can break your jaw at the best of times.
Oh, you know it.
Have you ever gotten one of those 20-cent ones?
The 20-cent. Oh yeah, yeah. I think.
And it comes out and it goes around. You know the one I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, I used to do it like whenever I used to chop my sister out at home as a kid. She would say she would buy me one because I was younger than her, and she never would. So she owes me probably about maybe a couple hundred of those, I think, at this point, which I will cash in.
When she least suspects it, or
when she's down and out, if she is swimming in debt, I'll be like, hey, by the way, I need those 100 to 200 gumballs.
You heard it first, right? You can Forkman and the champ. Now, champ. Now, so as kids, we were always told that things were real, or believed things were real, right?
Yep.
And then we found out through faith that technically they weren't real.
Yep.
Okay. So, like, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Like, you're like Santa or your Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yep.
So we were always told they were real as kids, but then we found out they weren't real. But now, as adults, we had to pretend they are real.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, what things were you told were real that you found out weren't real, and how did you find out?
True love.
True love? Yeah? You were told that were real?
But it turns out to not be. And hardworking bureaucrats. No, I don't know.
I can't hear you, bro. Okay, that better. Yep.
Yeah. So there was, what did I say? Yeah. I don't know. I feel probably like Santa Claus, and I guess you probably have a lot more faith in several institutions rather than it kind of a lot more optimistic about a lot of stuff, which kind of sometimes we've got to pretend to be now. Like political and social institutions, like
Yeah, I would always told Santa were real, and then Santa.
Wait, Santa's not real?
No, Santa's not real, mate.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you need to know.
Yeah, Santa's a big one. It's a strange one. It's like, why do we not want to tell kids why do kids want to know Santa's not real? Because then it's, I don't know, I always thought it was weird because, like, if you get bad presents, then your friend gets good presents. It's like, why does Santa not like me as much?
Yeah, and like you could kind of see the thing. So like when your friend got a better present than you, and then you had like something from the $2 shop.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a strange one to impose, and I don't know. I think it might like give kids a bit of like, they would think maybe it was something they did or something like that. I think it seems like it would be a bad idea. I don't know how it got started in the first place, but Yeah,
Maybe we should reinvent the way Christmas is.
yeah, maybe that could be it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and do instead of Santa, we do it worldwide. KK,
Yeah.
Chris Kringle. Everybody in the world gets everybody $4 limit, and everybody will send something to someone else.
$4 limit, yeah.
Yeah.
What about we make it a $5 limit?
$5 limit. Yeah, okay, that could work.
Yeah. And everyone gets something for someone else. Could you imagine if
Yeah.
you pulled out Donald Trump on your
Oh
KK?
no, mate, send him a lump of coal, mate.
What about Bill Clinton? What would you send him?
Probably I don't know. I mean, he's done a few shady things. I mean, he's really wrapped up in this. What's his name? Jeffrey Epstein case. I think he's probably Clinton Foundation's probably dicey as well. I wouldn't trust a big.
Yeah. Do you know what I reckon? Do you know what I reckon? If I get him in KK, I would send him a mask laced in petrol.
Oh yeah, nice. No, get him on. Yeah. Make him smell petrol. That could really make him feel a bit sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, champ.
Coal as well.
Champ.
Mm.
Now I have questions.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We've all seen Coke bottles. Right?
Yep.
My question is about the
I'm more
Coke
of a Pepsi
bottle
man myself, but yeah, I've seen Coke.
or Pepsi bottle, whatever you. My question is about those.
Mm-hmm.
You know the 1.25 liters.
Yeah.
I want to know why couldn't they round it up and make it 1.30 liters or 1.50 liters?
Is it maybe that's something to do with the imperial system?
Maybe. Hey, if you work for Coke, let us know at Forkman and the Champ podcast at gmail.com. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Let us know.
Now, Champ, I'm wondering, we've all been in lockdown for a long time. Once we get out of lockdown, is there anyone in particular who you would want to get on the beach with?
Of my friends or in who's alive?
Anyone in the world.
Anyone in the world? Well, it's got to be Forkman.
Oh, well, I thank you very much.
I think we'll probably I'll come around to your new place and have a couple of beers.
Yeah. What about Jen? Would you have one with Jen?
I assume Jen would be around as well, yeah.
A Pepsi?
Yeah, get a Pepsi.
With Jen?
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Or a hot chocolate with Jen? What about Dan Andrews? Would you like to get in the bed with Dan Andrews?
Oh, I tell you what, I think we'll need a couple once this is over, mate. I'll tell you that much for free.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think I probably would.
Did you hear the latest? He's giving out a day off for the grand final public holiday.
Pardon? I just think he'll give us grand final public holiday. Yeah.
He is.
Is he? Yeah, nice.
He said it the other day in his press conference. He was like, "Yeah, I think Victorians have earned a public holiday."
All right, put it on grand final day.
So we get a public holiday on the day before grand final.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Day. No matter where the grand final is played, we get that public holiday.
Well, that sounds good.
So I love to get on the beach with Dan Andrews if he will have me.
Yeah, well,
in his house.
Bit. You know, I said you, and then you've turned around and said Dan Andrews. So that hurts my feelings a bit. But anyway,
I'll pat his head while he's leaning over the toilet. It's okay, man. It's okay, buddy. I know it's been a hard couple months.
But I think Dan.
Anyway, moving right along, Champ. As you know, we were running a competition last week. But either they could either tell us which place they have broken down or how long it's too long to spend on the toilet. And well, we had a lot of entries. But one of them stuck to my mind right away, and I'm like, yep, that is definitely the winner right there. And that guy or that person is my good old friend, Willem.
Oh, he's the one who introduced us to each other.
Yeah, he's the one who brought Forkman and the Champ together.
Mm-hmm.
So I reckon he deserves this. He goes, Forkman, there's no such thing as too long on the toilet. Take your time.
Yeah, he's not wrong there.
So this week, the Champ, I reckon you're going to agree with me. Willem gets a stubby holder.
100% agree.
Yeah. So congratulations, Willem. You are the winner, lucky winner of this week's or today's stubby holder. Next competition, let us know. Let us know, what were you afraid of when you were younger?
Yep. Oh, for some reason I thought that was the sign off. Yeah. No, email in, put it on the Facebook page. It'll be up there as well.
Cool. And now, where can people find Forkman and the Champ other than in our bedrooms? They can find us on Facebook,
Instagram,
iTunes,
TikTok,
Spotify,
Google Play Music.
yeah, YouTube, ForkmanandtheChamp.com.
Are we on Audible yet?
I believe we are going to be on Audible and Auto Animathon Music real soon. What this way?
We're expanding, baby.
And also, you can email us anytime at forkmanandthechamppodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you have a couple dollars lying around that you need to get off the tax, think you got a bit of tax return and would like to donate it to a worthy cause, feel free to come on over to our website, forkmanandthechamp.com. Click on the donate button, donate a bit of coin. We would be happy to put back into this podcast for you. We are a non-profit podcast. No money from what you donate goes to anyone except to this podcast. It doesn't go in my wallet. It doesn't go in the Champ wallet. The Champ only had 5 cents in his wallet at the moment.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Until next time. Actually, do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, I'll do a quick shout-out to Jack Newns. Kicked that last goal after the sign for the Carlton Footy Club. Got us over the line. So, yeah, mate, you're not bad off centre-half forward, mate. So, Jack Newns, mate.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to that Sydney player who got suspended for the rest of the season. You are a complete and utter tool, in my opinion.
A clown.
Who would want to have a bunk with their girlfriend while they're in quarantine? I know I would not. Anyway, on that note, I've been Forkman. He's been... and...
Jumping out of forever.
And remember to wash your hand with water, soap, and hand sanitizer.